Hey, Janice, have you been feeling stuck in your emotions lately?
Yeah.
Janice and I were talking in the pregame. Welcome. We have been stuck in our feels. So, if you're feeling stuck in your feels as well, hang out with us for the next 45 minutes and let's talk about how we can get moving, grooving to get those feelings moving.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did you just make that up?
That's the name of the show.
Oh. Okay.
See, we're feeling a little stuck right now. The flow isn't flowing. Welcome to Be Here Now, the Peaceful Empowerment Work Show, where presence invites perspective and allows peace. I am your Oh, no, wait a minute. I saw this thing on a podcast the other day, Janice, and it made me feel really good because we always talk about like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like our content. And this guy made a point to say, it's free. Yes, we are a nonprofit, and Janice talks to you about donating money, which is fabulous if you can do it. But the best way you can help us for free is to like, share, comment, and subscribe. That would really help us out, and we would really appreciate it because it helps send that message even further out into the world.
That's right. That's right.
Now, that being said, I am your co-host, Judy Forder, and I am here with my lovely co-host and peace, Miss
Janice Leonard. Yay!
Oh, I totally blew. We are live on WGSN. Can we get that back up again, Silveria? I'm so sorry. There we go. We are live on the new streamingnetwork.com TV, podcast, and WGSN-DB, Going Solo Network Radio. Trust me, Janice is going to ring that bowl, and we're going to get it all together, folks.
That's right. That's right. I think that's the problem with having a really intense discussion before the show.
Yeah, I agree.
You're trying to pull yourself out of that, Yes.
Yes, we had we had a little therapy session before the show today for both of us.
Oh, no kidding. Woo! Okay, so co-therapying. So I know how you're doing. Excuse me. Let's do it. You want me to ring us in? Is that the next thing?
How about
so you can get?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get ourselves grounded.
I need a ring.
Ring us in, Janice.
Whoa! Sorry about that. I did wood to glass instead of mallet wood. Oh boy.
Shake it off.
I was trying to envision peeling it away. Peel away that stuff. Peel it away. Peel it away. Peel it away. I think I did. I think we're all set now.
I think we are ready now, Miss Janice. Thank you.
Yeah. Judy and I are here because we want to share our experiences and learnings and tools and, dare I say, wisdom.
Look at you. Go, girl.
We are part of a 501c3 nonprofit organization, which means you can donate to us and get it written off in your taxes. If you are interested, able to, willing, you can it's just free, or you can go to our webpage, or either way, go to our webpage, www.peacefulempowermentworks.org, and make a donation. And there's a donate button at the top of the screen, one at the bottom of the screen, and support us in that way if you're able to. We appreciate it, and we won't have to put so much of our own money into it. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
We would be extremely grateful, which leads us into our attitude of gratitude. What do you have for us this week, Miss Janice?
Oh, I've got an interesting one. Well, I think you'll be interested. Yeah. you know, when I think about what I'm grateful for, but the one thing that's hooked me this week, so it was an easy week to do a grateful thing because Mike and I, that's my husband, Mike, of 36 years. Are we 37 yet? No, I think we're 36. We started walking together at night.
Mm.
And it's part of my, okay, it's okay. I'm not going to beat myself up if I like to zone out and shut down, but I need to get exercise. So, if I'm going to do it, I want to balance it. So we have 2 times. We've done it twice so far, but we walk this rail trail near where we live, where we converted the rail tracks into this great biking, walking trails that'll go miles. I don't go miles. And we hold hands. And I'm like sitting there thinking, all those videos that you like to watch about the 2 old people walking hand in hand or kissing and saying, oh, I wish I could be like that. It like dawned on me, well, you know what? I think we are like that. So I just felt really blessed because, we still love each other. And after 36 years, actually, I think we love each other more now, maybe than, well, I'm sure when we first got together, we were at least had very strong emotions, but we're probably more now than we were before. Now that the kids have left the nest, I think that can pull you apart or bring you together because, it's like we realize that we're all we have. So today I am so grateful that I have my husband still, and we are in such a good, loving place.
I love that so much.
Mm.
It's such a great picture of the 2 of you, and have your feelings about it. I am saying it is a wonderful picture of the 2 of you.
My husband thinks it's a terrible picture of him, and I think it's a terrible picture of me. So, but I had asked my granddaughter. I said, "Can you take a picture of the 2 of us?" And I thought maybe, we do the back of us walking hand in hand or some artistic thing. Of course, she didn't come home early enough. I know Judy needed the picture, so I did a selfie at night because she was darkish. But there you go. I don't care.
The glory.
Oh, I care.
Yeah,
I care.
Love it.
I care a little. But there we go.
Okay.
And what I want to know is, how about you? Judy, everybody, take a minute. Think about something you're grateful for. It could be something little. It could be the rock you found on the ground. I don't care. Anything. Think of something you're grateful for and just hold it. Hold it right here. Think about it. Take a deep breath, holding it. Doesn't that make you feel a little better?
It does. It does. And it's funny because what came front of mind, I have so much to be grateful for, but what's surging forward right now is I'm seeing all these posts of parents dropping their kids off at college for the first time. And I am so grateful that I am not in that space because that was awful.
You had a hard time in that first time, didn't you?
I did. I had a really hard time dropping her off and leaving her at school. And she is in such a better place now. I am in such a better place now. She's starting her junior year. And yeah, I look at those posts and I feel that gut-wrenching pain. Like, oh my gosh, my baby's out there all by themselves now. Let's hope and pray that they're going to be okay. So yes, I am grateful that I don't have to have those feelings right now. And everybody out there who's experiencing that, my heart is with you. And I'm going to tell you it's going to be okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So drop your gratefuls in the comments down there. Janice and I would like to know what you have to say and what you're grateful for today. Good news. We got a great good news story. Janice, you find awesome stuff to talk about. And I love how it tends to lean toward the animal kingdom.
I do love it. It's kind of sad. It is sad where we're so inundated with violence or whatever to human beings that when we see an animal story, in a similar situation, of pain or whatever, we're able to feel for them, maybe more strongly or poignantly, or it seems more special. I don't know if it's not as much it can be special. So it's sad, but this story is great.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Severio, if you can put us on to my picture, that'd be great. Oh, what is that, you may ask? Oh, picture this. A goat. I don't know if you've ever had a goat, but I've had goats. They are the cutest things. But this goat, Lil, was born as part of a triplet. She was a runt. She was a third the weight of a typical goat. She was like 5 inches high, when a healthy goat is like 12 inches high. And she couldn't stand. She couldn't suckle. She was born second. So the mother, you have to clean away the placenta. Oh. Maybe should put out a warning. No, so she's good. The mother was great at doing the first one. She was great at doing the last one, but the one in the middle, she wasn't so great about cleaning. The staff ended up having to step in, and that rubber with straw, and they stimulate the baby when it's first born to help it, start breathing. Anyway, so staff had to step in, and they also did an IV tube. I don't think it's an interesting name. They called it a tube feeding with tube feeding from the mother. Okay, they had to do that, but even though the baby stayed with the mother overnight, she got weaker. So they ended up having to go take the goat into their office so they could take care of it. They have to feed it every hour and so on. The office had 2 working sheepdogs, Luna and Naya. They're border collies. Guess what happened? You can imagine. They claimed her as their own. They played with her, snuggled next to her in her sleep. And in this picture, she is actually 5 weeks old, and growing stronger. She's learning even to round up the flock like her sheepdog companions. She really thinks she's a dog. And I just love that.
And for those of you that can't see the pictures, they're all the same color.
Yes.
All 3 of them are all white.
And that is an adorable goat right there. Goats can be so affectionate too, but affectionate with the dogs is great. Just in life, I'm going to try and make this a human thing now that I'm going to challenge myself. Is you think about all of us, any of us, most of us who have maybe mother issues, felt abandoned and didn't get what we needed, and having 2 beautiful border collies take you on. Yeah, that's a nice story.
It's a very nice story. I love the part where it said, they herd up the goats and everything, and they tried to leave him in the pen or her in the pen with the rest of the goats, and she doesn't like staying there. She likes to be with the dogs. She likes to go be with her people.
That's funny. You read a different version of it. That's interesting. I got mine from the Good News Network. And thank you to them. I love it. And I had another one. I was trying to do something a little different this week. Arnis. I can't believe I'm not thinking his name. But he's an independent news person, and he does just good news. Aaron Parnas. There we go. That's his name. And he has just good news once a week, but it's human news. But nothing. I know still nothing spoke to me like that. The goat one did. But
we go
Aaron
with the
Parnas. Aaron Parnas, independent news. Great.
I love it.
I know. I put a plug in.
We'll hear more from him at a later date.
Yes.
Yeah, it just goes to show, Jen was sharing a story. We have a local farm around here who has pigs, and a neighboring farm, their mama pig died during birth. So their piglets needed to be able to nurse, and this farm, their piglets had just been weaned. So they let the other farm borrow their 2 pigs, their 2 mama pigs, and they connected right away, and the little piglets are thriving, and the mama pigs will come home soon. So yeah, I thought that was a fun story.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a real life story. Not that these aren't real life stories, but you can touch that story. Cool.
Yeah. People helping people, pigs helping pigs. I love it.
Nice. Really nice.
Kindness everywhere.
I gotta fit in my one more animal story. If you may remember, if you follow us regularly, I got a dozen chicks in the spring, and lay eggs, so we could have eggs. Get ahead of the saving money. Well, we found out not too far long ago that 8 out of the 12, actually one passed shortly after we got it, so we had 11. 8 out of 11 of those wonderful chicks who are huge and we are waiting to have eggs any day are roosters. So they are big, huge roosters, 8 of them. And if, I had a friend of mine who watched the show said, "Does one of you have a rooster?"
It's so funny because Jen said she heard your rooster last week.
We have cock-a-doodle-doing all day long.
Oh no.
So yeah, we're gonna get rid of the roosters. We're trying to find someone who wants them. But yeah, so if you hear cock-a-doodle-doing, it's our 8 roosters we have in the backyard. As well. And none of our hens have laid eggs yet.
Okay. How long does it take them before they start laying eggs? I don't know.
Well, my husband, I don't know how he knows these things because he grew up near farms, I guess. And he says that they should be laying by now. I'm right about now. They should be laying. So.
Okay. All right. May the
to us. That's right. They were so big. Of course, it was the roosters. They were so big, right? Soon. And we thought we'd been expecting eggs for a month or two. Yeah. We seem to have the main rooster. I don't know if there's such a thing, but a main rooster, and he has a very strong, powerful cock-a-doodle-doo. It doesn't sound like cock-a-doodle-doo either, by the way.
No.
But his is closest to it. The other ones, they seem to be either they're younger. I don't know. Maybe they're taking a longer time, but it sounds just like a screech sometimes. Like I think my cat's outside in pain. What? Is something wrong? You go out and it's a rooster trying to cock-a-doodle-doo.
You're still maturing those vocal cords.
So if you hear screeching too, it's not my cat.
All cats are safe.
Oh.
All right, so let's jump into pathways to peace. This week's topic, stuck in your feels, start grooving to get them moving. Yes, it's true, folks. Movement can help release stuck emotions by interrupting repetitive thought patterns, promoting relaxation, and easing muscle tension. Activities like shaking, dancing, or yoga can access and release emotional blockages stuck in the body by triggering the release of endorphins, the body's feel-good painkillers. And exercising large muscle groups burns through reserves of adrenaline and cortisol, which calms the nervous system's fight or flight activation. Yeah. So that's, the booky psychological explanation of how movement can help.
Yep.
Janice and I experience real life experiences where many of these movements have done just that for us. So Janice, would you agree with what's on the page?
I agree that can happen. Yes.
Okay.
I as I was reading this, trying to think ahead for the program today. I was like, I don't do that. I should do that, but how do you get out of that place where you get the blockage? So, anyways, that's what I was thinking. Mm-hmm. Is the walking it's great. I mean, but absolutely. I don't feel like I didn't come back feeling like I burned anything yet. So I don't know, but I'm going to explore this totally as I start to move because I need this bad. And it's interesting because I tend to stuff my feelings. And so I was thinking, now let me think, what's one of the repetitive thinking things I do? I'm like, oh, I don't have any. Well, a lot of time, well, not always. Of course, I do have some, but I think I'm really good at like starting with school. I'm worried about my daughter at school this year. She was ready to quit at the end of last year. She had a bad experience, and I'm so worried about that. But okay, stuff it. Okay, no, don't think about it. No, don't think about it. But I was reading this the second time, and I was thinking, really, it's about getting that where I stuff it all, that blockage or whatever is happening down there. It's going to help release that.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Release the worry. This is just what I'm hearing to say to you right now. Release the worry and allow yourself to envision how you want it to unfold for her. That can help support a change. You know, I'm sure she will find it difficult to picture what it is, how she wants it to unfold because of that incident she had at the end of the year, on top of everything else that happened last year. So if you can hold that space for her, that's going to help. But yeah, like we know, the worrying doesn't do anything. It doesn't serve her. It doesn't serve you. And stuffing it down certainly doesn't help anything.
It's interesting because the thing that I focus on is, okay, don't be anxious about this, because you've got to be there and represent her and advocate for her in a way that is cool-headed. So I don't think about that's me being cool-headed. I need to be cool-headed there. Okay, I can do it. I don't need to get emotional. Cool-headed.
Deep breaths and be present. Yeah, you did a great job advocating for her last year. Fantastic job.
And I got to do it 9 o'clock tomorrow morning too. Yes.
All right.
So I get to say all the things. Mike, I have some concerns about the way last year ended. See, that's how I always say I have concerns.
Love it.
Which it's just interesting because just because I use the word concerns instead of I'm pissed off, you know, that doesn't mean I don't feel is stronger. I think sometimes people don't realize when I'm saying things because I'm trying to say it in a way that's less offensive or that won't cause so much emotional escalation.
Right.
You know, that doesn't mean I don't feel it very intensely. It's
Absolutely.
just I'm trying to maintain equilibrium so we can have a positive discussion and you can hear me. And
that's perfect because, if you come in there all juiced up, then the defensive walls immediately come up. So, you know, that's why you're doing what you're doing. It requires you to be present. So, outstanding. It's interesting because I feel like the more we talk about this, the more you're going to realize that you have been doing things to release emotions. You just didn't realize it. But before we dive into that, we're going to take a quick commercial break.
Okay.
And we'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to Be Here Now, the Peaceful Empowerment Work Show. Today we are talking about stuck in your feels. Get grooving to get them moving. Okay, and we talked before the break about how movement really does help release stuck emotions by various different things. Releasing endorphins and burning off your reserves of adrenaline and cortisol that helps relieve your stress and reset your nervous system. And before the break, we were diving into there's many different ways that we may be releasing pent-up energy and emotion that we don't even realize. And it's funny because one of the things as I was reading through all this stuff to prepare for the show, shaking. I shake my leg when I am feeling tense or emotion that maybe can't be expressed yet. Or the biggest thing is if I'm sitting in a healing circle, which I have sat in many, my leg starts to shake. And it was something at first that I would get embarrassed about because I just figured it was nerves, cut it out. What are you doing? And no, the facilitator of the circle was like, because I actually had a woman complain about it. Would you please stop shaking your leg? And the facilitator was like, don't you say that to her. She's releasing. And I was like, ooh, okay. So I'm releasing emotions. Okay, I can own that.
Wow. It's like a fidgets things. Are they the same thing? Like if I have to, I got to show you. I just got a new one. That's all right.
Ooh. Yes, that's what I was. And fidgeting. Fidgeting is another thing that we're unconscious about.
Look at this. This is a sleeve. I forgot what it's called. An arm thing.
Oh, wow.
You see it?
That's cool.
It goes up and down your arm. Well, I got it for Adriana, but it came two first, so I got one.
Ooh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And it requires a lot of equipment.
Yeah. And when it's not, it looks like this when it's not working. Well, you don't have the arm. It's then you have to push it down like at an angle and it collapses. All right. Sorry about that.
No.
I liked it. And look I just released a ton of energy, I have to say, just going there. So there's something to that.
Yeah. All the fidgeting, the clicking of pens. When you really think about what's going on, it's a nervous energy that you're releasing. There's pent up energy. The fidget toys that they've come out with for kids with ADHD or attention, issues. That's what it's doing. It's help releasing that pent up energy. So I felt like that was a very interesting one. And then I think we've talked about this on the show before. Maddie and I always would watch Grey's Anatomy. And of course, Meredith and Christine had their 30-second dance parties. When everything was too tense and they were too amped up and too overwhelmed, they would be like, 30-second dance party. And they would dance it out. So that's something that Maddie and I have done because it was done on Grey's Anatomy. Dance it out. And
I love it.
Yeah, it really takes that heavy energy, and when you just start allowing your body to move as it wants to move to whatever music you enjoy, it lifts you. You laugh. You can laugh. Maddie and I would always laugh at one another and all that kind of stuff. And laughing raises that vibration. Movement raises vibration. And of course, back then, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Adriana loves Grey's Anatomy. I'm going to have to try this with her.
Yep. 30-second dance party.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's something that's always, but yeah. So Very, if we can go to that next slide, we'll talk about their types of exercises for emotional release. There's a lot going on out in the mainstream now about there's different types of movement with the intention of releasing trauma and pent up energy. And they talk about high intensity workouts. They're effective in releasing pent up energy and emotions, sometimes leading to emotional breakthroughs during or after exercise. When I thought of high intensity for me, it was like, that's when I go ape shit on the punching bag. That's high intensity for me. That's when my rage is at a point where I need to get to the bag or I feel like I'm going to throw something through the window.
This one thing I always shift to, okay, if you're feeling it, you got to get rid of it. You got to clear your mind. I've always done like the head way of dealing with it. To get it out of my head, not physically. And this is it makes so much sense. And it's definitely what I'm working on more now because, you can, I think, I don't know, maybe it might just get the mind, body, and gentle movement, but it has to be more effective than always just trying to, screw with my head to get myself to stop doing it.
Yeah. The physical expression of it. I mean, I think the stuffing worked when we were in survival mode, but and that's what we've been talking about. Peaceful empowerment. We want to live in this world of peace. So we're shifting to living in peace, truth, love, joy. And so the stuffing isn't working anymore.
Survive and thrive. It's moving from surviving to thriving,
Exactly. So I think a lot of us that have had these things stuffed down, we have actively worked to clear what we're aware of. But what's being pushed to the surface now is a lot of the stuff that's been in the subconscious, is deep in the cells, and people are feeling a lot more achy. They're dealing with a lot more pain because it's that physical expression of the pent up emotions. Excuse me. So these movements, these physical practices can help. And it doesn't mean, for me, taking it to the bag is something that I do when I'm in that rageful space, which thank goodness doesn't happen as much anymore because I don't do as much stuffing. I feel like my rage happens because things just keep building and building and building and building. And then I'm famous for being the one that pops off over something really stupid. Say the fitted sheet.
I remember that story.
Oh, it's my fitted sheet incident. So, I do my best to process it as it comes up, but I'm human and it doesn't always happen. So, when I have to take to the bag, I don't experience any shame, guilt, or anything about it anymore. But it's not a workout that I want to do 3 times a week. That's a tool for me when I've reached that point. I prefer mind-body practices, things like yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong. They help you, because I feel like, just like it says here, it helps me connect with my body more. I've spent so much time of my life, a huge portion of my life, hating my body, that I literally just disconnected from feeling anything about it because I beat it up and shamed and blamed it for so long. And then I did all this work and then I just went like radio silent. I didn't say anything. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. So
that's really that's like my goal right now. I think I mentioned it to you, is because I've like cut off my head and my body. Like I didn't want to look at my body, think about my body, because I was overweight and I didn't feel I could really be in a good function well, feeling my body. So I kind of shut it out. Yep. And I think a really great goal, my goal now, is to connect with my body. And that's one of the practices that you were I was talking about. I know they had a Tai Chi, right? I looked into it though. I looked Tai Chi right in the church near my house, but I guess they don't have it anymore. So I'm gonna have to find something else. Ooh. But yeah, I mean, I'm not connected to my body. That would be wonderful.
Yeah. And that's the Tai Chi, the yoga, the Qigong, you can find free workouts on YouTube, if you just want to get familiar with what it is. But it really does. It makes you, I love it because it requires you to be present in the practice and to be aware of your body and how it's moving and how it's feeling and the physical sensations of it. And when we connect with our body, it gives us a greater understanding. And it helps us to release the emotions that are, if we're not in touch with our body, we don't even know where the hell they're being stored. So having that reconnection to our body helps us feel and sense where things are trapped. And then we can be proactive in releasing those things. And even gentle movement like stretching. Stretching is a great way. And it's a very, what I'm hearing is peaceful, respectful, honoring way to intentionally move any of that stuck energy that sits in your muscles and in your cells. And as you're stretching, consciously think about releasing anything that doesn't serve you anymore. Yeah. And then breath work. Breath is always something. Janice, you're the one that taught us how to, because a lot of time I'm like, you go ahead and take it with the breathing, because I know me, I was like lifting the chest and like, oh, look at me doing the breath work. And Janice is like, actually.
Yeah, I would giving myself credit when I should. There we go. Yeah, that's one thing I've done well my life, because I played clarinet since I was 8, right straight through to just a couple of years ago. This was the last time I played. But when you play an instrument and you have to take a deep breath. I don't know if you've ever tried this. And actually, how I've taught other people is lay on the floor. If you lay on the floor, take a breath. You'll find it's not your chest that's going up and down. It's your it's actually a diaphragm, but your stomach.
Right.
And you get much larger breath, and you can control it more, and it's just really great. So deep breathing to me has always been the diaphragm, and I can tell when I'm stressed out because I'm like, because all my breathing is very shallow in my lungs up here. It's not my diaphragm. So yeah, thank you. My Janice's lesson that she can teach people is how to breathe deeply from your diaphragm.
And it's funny because I can remember breathing deep into, the belly, the diaphragm, but then my belly would stick out. And because of my body issues, I didn't want my belly to stick out more than it was already. So that would prevent me from breathing properly.
Good point.
Uh-huh. So yeah, once you hop over that obstacle and come to grips with it, definitely breathe deeply. It's the point where if I take a deep breath, my daughter will immediately look at me and say, "What's wrong, Mom?" I'm like, I'm just breathing deep. Do you have a visitor?
I'm guessing I have a visitor, so maybe I'll just mute and then let you talk for a little while. Besides, I love hearing you talk. And whoever's here will leave soon.
It's all
sorry, guys.
It's all good. Yeah. So deep breathing is a huge one because, if you're sitting in a high tense situation in a boardroom or something, you can't get up and just start stretching, but you are free to breathe.
This is
deep,
true.
Intentional breaths, yes, can definitely help. And there is a big, big push about play. Play is a higher vibration. Play brings joy. We need to get in touch with that childhood wonder that we once had. Adulting has beat it out of us. The curiosity, the being willing to explore, experiment, joy. That's the dancing is fun for me. I'm not a great dancer, but I do enjoy dancing. So that always helps lift me up. And, if you're somebody that is physically struggling and you can't stand long enough to dance or anything, I am a master at chair dancing as well.
I can chair dance.
Oh yeah, I can get my groove on and do my chair dancing.
Yeah.
Yes. Moving forward, and we said this last week, intention is everything. So any movement you do with the intention of releasing, it's going to happen. Snapping, clapping, all of these things help move energy. You're drumming, Janice. Drum.
Yeah.
That helps move energy.
That was, I would say that for my sound healing effort started with that because of the vibration. I didn't know what it was at the time because I wasn't really into this stuff. But I just know that I was going through a really dark part of my life, problems with my stepson. And, really bad. He ended up going to, retreats and all the whole thing. And suicide, homicidal ideations. It was bad. And I started drumming. I just, because I just wanted to. And every time I left there, every time I felt, yeah, I didn't know what it was, but man, that was great.
Yeah. Yeah. And now we know. So now we can do these things intentionally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we wrap up this portion of the show, we're going to talk about real quick physical signs of release. Muscle tremors, involuntary shaking, my hands. And when people talk about, I was so mad, my hands were shaking. That's that energy leaving your body. Or if you get so tense, muscle tension, you're making fist and you got tight jaw and everything about you is just tensed up. That's a sign that you breathe and relax and you're going to let that energy go. Crying for no reason at all. If you're crying, there's a reason. Tears are great. They're very cleansing. Frequent yawning, which is a funny one for me because I used to get embarrassed when I would sit in circle and yawn. Like, I don't want anybody to think I'm bored or I'm tired, but that's part of moving the energy. That I thought was really interesting. Now, all my fellow ladies out there in menopause, listen to this one. Warm sensations, which I call power surges, which I'm now going to call releasing. Because the sudden warmth or heat waves can be linked to the body processing past stress or memories. I'm like,
oh, interesting.
And ladies, once we hit menopause, don't we have a lot of shit that we've dealt with in our lives that we should feel free to get rid of?
Yeah,
maybe that's what maybe that's what these hot flashes are all about. Getting it out, burning it off. So that's what I'm going to start thinking of it as. Way to go, body. And this was something interesting that I never really paid attention to, but posture changes. You know, when I'm feeling down and heavy and I'm holding on to things, my shoulders are rolled forward and I sit kind of slant in my chair. But if I'm feeling good and light, I'm up nice and tall. And I never thought about that and about the way I walk too. Very interesting. I'm going to pay more attention to that as well. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Just before you said that, I actually lifted my leg up onto the desk, which I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I had this urge to do that. So I don't know. I guess that was a subconscious release.
Yes. And then a big one, you know, gut changes. If I know if I'm processing through some things and either I can feel really hungry or I don't feel hungry at all, or, you know, there's a lot of releasing that can happen physically when the gut is playing a part. So because stress hormones decrease the experience improved by digestion. So relief from the stomach and discomfort can come as the stress hormone goes down. It balances.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I in my mind, it's like it balances out the acids in there. So everything is cool. Whatever.
Okay.
And one last thing, you know, trauma, it's a journey with physical signs that your body is healing and finding balance. Trust the process and take care of yourself. As you're learning to connect with your body, listen to it. Your body will tell you exactly what it needs. Yeah. So this is what Janice and I are learning.
Yes.
We are reconnecting with our bodies, treating it as a temple. What a beautiful vessel we have.
Yes. Amen. Beautiful.
All right, Janice. Give us something to chew on.
This week's something to chew on. We'd like to leave you with this thought for you to think about. What if you could travel to the past before your birth, have a talk with your parents? What would you like them to know?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that one since you sent it. I'm like, that's a really good one.
Yeah. I don't have an answer yet either.
No, I'm going to keep chewing.
Yep.
Chewing for sure. Let's see if we can have an answer for next week.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Okay.
Let's see if we can have an answer for next week. Last week's one, yeah. I was like, I don't even know. So yes, you want to share with us what you're chewing on? Put it in the comments for us. We'd love to hear. Thank you so much for choosing to be here now with us. Please always remember,
you are not alone.
And don't ever forget, you are awesome.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Thanks.